They're not just footballers, they're living legends. Those who raised trophies, beat records and forced millions of fans around the world to shut.
Uno, dos, tres. ¡Hala Madrid!
They will see the perfect team of Real Madrid of all times, from reinforced concrete defense to a murderous attack. Well, who will get on this elite list? Who will stay on bench? Let's go to collect Galacticos on
Maximum effort.
Our team will be coached by Carlo Ancelotti, but we start with the position of goalkeeper. Well, here of course from all times the first candidate comes to our mind, Iker Casillas, the legendary icon who is in FC25. We can use him, so we definitely take in our roster the legendary captain, hero and world champion, the best goalkeeper in the history of the club. But of course guys, do not forget about our bench, and of course in any case you need to take the backup for Casillas. And your option, who will it be? To be honest, for some reason my first thought was Keylor Navas, who replaced Casillas well. Real Madrid also achieved good heights with him, but unfortunately Navas is not in FC25, since he is neither an icon and hero. But guys, why do we need Keylor Navas when such a guy lying on the road? Yes, this is Thibaut Courtois. Someone may say that he brings as often as possible, but I will say that he's the most best goalkeeper at the moment. Therefore, he is well deserved as a legend of Real Madrid. He'll perfectly fit into our roster as a backup for Casillas, but now we move on to our left defender. And as for me, there can only be two candidates for the whole history, Roberto Carlos or Marcelo. There are a lot of disputes about who's really the best. Both are Brazilians, both are as good as possible. Roberto Carlos with his incredible gun, awesome stats, speed and defense. And of course Marcelo with his awesome passes and dribbling, and just as legendary as possible. Therefore I sign both candidates, but the game will decide who is better. We improved our left flank and now it's time for the right defender. Well, there are not so many options here because the only player who showed himself as clearly as possible in this position I think is Daniel Carvajal, a player who is still in the position of the club, a player who unfortunately received an incredible injury and season for himself, but the player who is the ultimate legend of the club, who agrees that Daniel Carvajal is also worthy of being in our team of the best players of the Real Madrid. Well now guys, the very center of our defense. And believe me, it will also be legendary, because the central defender of the old days, Fernando Hierro, a real leader, a captain, a storm of attackers and one of the most successful defenders. And he's the first who flies into our squad. And the next candidate, I think no one will be against him, because it is the legendary Sergio Ramos, who is not actually in FC25, because he plays somewhere in Mexico. But I just could not help but take this legend. Well, of course, Fernando Hierro and Ramos need another central defender, the backup. And of course, for the whole history of legendary central defenders, there are a lot of butter, and especially Pepe, which was still in the last part of FC24, but he's no longer in it. A similar situation applies to Rafael Varane, who ended his career early, I would say, especially when he moved to Manchester United, and then you of course know what happened. Therefore, neither Varane or Pepe will be in this video. Sorry, I already returned so many icons. But in any case, as for the rotation, we need a central defender. And then one candidate came to my mind, Fabio Cannavaro, the owner of the Ballon d'Or, the legendary defender of the legendary Galacticos. And I think that he will fly in our squad very greatly. So guys, we decided our goalkeeper and our defense, and now we are moving to our juicy center of the field. and the first candidate in our center will be one of the trio. The legendary trio of Los Blancos, Toni Kroos, Luka Modric and Casemiro. We slightly reduced his age, added a prime rating and moved him back to the Galacticos team. The wizard in the center of the field, who can both do miracles in attack and at the same time knock out opponents with cold bloodless. The only footballer who stole the Ballon d'Or from Messi and Ronaldo, or he maybe deserved it, Luka Modric. And yes, literally recently there was news that Los Blancos and Modric do not extend the contract. Therefore we say goodbye to Modric. Most likely if he does not find a new club, he will not appear in FC 26. But of course we do not hope for this. And in any case, the prime Modric flies into our squad of Real Madrid's icons. Well guys, in order to complete the legendary trio, I would very like to take Toni Kroos into our team. You all perfectly understand what role he played in Madrid, but unfortunately we also understand that Toni Kroos has ended his career and he still has not been given the card of the icon which he deserved. But I managed to get out. In order to complete our central midfield, we need to take the central halfback, and here comes the real guy of the team, Federico Valverde. A player who can play in just any positions, a player who is the most key player in the main squad. But I think every fan of Los Blancos, and not only fans, already understand that this guy is the living legend of Real Madrid. Moving on to the position of the attacking midfielder, here of course we need Maestro, who will be the conductor of our galaxy, create incredible miracles on the field, and his movements will be like the brains of a brush on a canvas. But of course, under this candidacy, the legendary Zinedine Zidane flies in the most magnificent way. But Zidane is currently one of the most important players in our team. In any case, he also needs rotation, he needs a competitor, and here's the most unobvious choice. I could take the same Kaká, but you must agree Kaká is most the legend of Milan than Los Blancos. Therefore, here without a doubt, one of the most potentially awesome young players flies in, a player who is the cover of FC 25, a player who already has a rating of 90 in his 20s. And agree with his statistic, with touch stats and touch rating, Jude Bellingham will definitely become an icon of Madrid in the future. And how can I not take him in our squad? The basis is drawn, but the maximum juice remains. After all, theirs are the attackers. Well, let's go right away from the position of right winger, and here the first to fly into our base is the legendary Alfredo Di Stefano, a king who was specially created for this video. The legend. It was he who made the Madrid what it became. Of course, he was mostly pure forward, but for this video I made him like a right winger. Because for the position of main forward we will have some candidates. As if the whole season is ahead of us, the rotation is our all. And the second right winger in our squad, I take Gareth Bale, a very dubious character through the history, but in any case, of what arguments can I make? The same Rodrigo has not yet grown to the legend of Real Madrid. Angel Di Maria, you'll say. He was good in every club on his own, but often changed the teams. But Gareth Bale was one of the top 3 leaders of the legendary attack. Also received an icon card in the game, and this is not a minor factor. Next we have the position of the forward guys, and here are the legends of the legend. Prince Bernabeu Raúl, the legendary captain, the third in the list of the best forwards of the team. The next one, the owner of the Ballon d'Or, Karim Benzema, who was in the second place in the list of the best forwards through the history, but fully revealed his potential after the departure of Cristiano. And the third forward I will choose will be Ferenc Puskás from the era of, black and white TV. You know, it's very difficult to choose which forward was and is the best, but therefore I will leave this choice for the game itself and sign all the candidates. And the last position. There will be a person who is the best forward of the team in the history. A person who made a difference on the football field. A person who is the best footballer in history and the best forward in history. And of course, we're talking about CR7 Cristiano Ronaldo. Of course, I added the prime Ronaldo and our squad is already fully assembled. The icons are also in the game, all the legends of Real Madrid. I'm just wondering what heights this team can achieve. But we see that in our bench we only have one free cell, one less candidate that we can choose, and in principle we really lack one more central defender. Also for rotation, and well, let's just say I cannot recreate Pepe and Rafael Varane, so in our squad I take Antonio Rudiger. In principle he was good in Chelsea, but I think that he opened his prime in Real Madrid. Also, our Real Madrid Pro team will participate in La Liga for the whole season. We will see if we can win the championship, but also, and most importantly, we will be able to win the Champions League. So guys, in the end, our Real Madrid Pro takes the 6th line in the group stage. Well, we see that 2 defeats is something huge for our team. After all, in the 1-8 we get Man City, and in principle we can already see that in terms of playing time, Raul and Di Stefano are not quite in good shape. It turns out that Gareth Bale took the main squad rather than Di Stefano. Well, Raul is sitting on the bench and Ferenc Puskás comes out on the match. So we fly into our first match. A quick calculation and it's a draw. Kevin De Bruyne also gets a red card in the end. Just the same, Di Stefano pulls out a draw for us. But now the answer. Quick calculations, 2-1 in the home goals. Zizou and Gareth Bale. Well, Jack Grealish tried to make the comeback for City, but 3-2. Real Madrid Pro goes to the quarterfinals. Atletico de Madrid. For the sake of the experiment, we will put Puskás and Gareth Bale and the main squad. Quick calculation, and again it's a draw. Cristiano doesn't score the penalty, but anyway he scored in the 3rd minute. Answer: Santiago Bernabeu. Quick calculation for our team, and 3-1, Raul, Cristiano, and then Zizou at 79. And even the goal of Julian Alvarez did not make the good situation for Atletico. 4-2 overall, and Los Blancos Pro goes to the semi-finals. In the semi-finals we get Liverpool. And by the way, in the quarterfinals, the original Madrid has already flown away from Aston Villa, so in any case we must go to the finals. But for this you need to go through the Reds and nab the first match. 3-0, Cristiano Ronaldo makes a double and Raul. Quick calculation, the answer, and 1-2, again a victory for us. Zizou this time, and again Raul's goal. Absolutely without any problem, Kings of the Champions League of course goes to the finals. But before this colorful final, let's go and check our team statistics. And the best scorer is Zinedine Zidane, 26 goals plus 15 assists. Cristiano Ronaldo, Ferenc Puskás, also known as Gareth Bale, 52 games, all gay. Federico Valverde, and even Sergio Ramos made 6 goals. What a contribution for the legend. Okay, Zinedine Zidane now against the good shot, but block for PSG. Ousmane Dembélé pass to Sergio Ramos. Okay, nice pass to Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo. What a dribble for Ronaldo, and now it's a good chance to take the shot from the free kick. What a shot from Ronaldo! But playing how it happened. Now it's Di Stefano on the flank, pass to Zizou. Zinedine Zidane. Okay, let's go. Power shot from Zidane! Where did he hit? Eric Cantona pass to Ousmane Dembele. Again, Cantona pass to Hvicha. Kvaratskhelia! Casillas, what a save. Again, PSG. Ferland Mendy from the side. Pass to Marcelo. Hvicha again. Power. Fernando Hierro. What a block. And now Casemiro. Pass to the center from Zidane. Zizou with the bat. What a pass to Cristiano. And it's 1-1. Cristiano!
Nope.
Doesn't score for the super opportunity. Again, Hvicha Kvaratskhelia, and 1-0. PSG takes the lead. Zizou is now trying to fly solo through the center of the field. Zinedine Zidane. Is it possible? Is it possible? No, it's not. Cristiano catches the ball, and it's possibility from Ronaldo. Okay, Modric again for Ronaldo. Cristiano shooter. 1-1. Cristiano Ronaldo! Well, guys, what a start from this match. We already got our revenge now, and all we need to do is score one more goal against PSG with their idols. But now, Eric Cantona, and again, and again. Gareth Bale now, again. Yes, let's go past Ronaldo! What? Luka Modric! What a finish from the Horvat guy. Johan Cruyff? What he's doing here? Eric Cantona, Casillas. Okay, let's go. The last minutes of the match. Hvicha Kvaratskhelia. Hvicha pass to Johan Cruyff, Casillas. Our regular time is over. The score is 2-2. Now a moment from PSG. Cannavaro. No, you can do this. Are you serious, dumbass? How did Cannavaro play with his hand in this moment? Johan Cruyff, and 3-2. Gareth Bale, what a moment! Donnarumma again. How does he do it? But Zinedine Zidane. Phew, guys, Zinedine Zidane 3-3. And now is here the final whistle, signaling that the teams will now decide the outcome of this match with the penalty shootout. Cristiano. Okay, 1-0. Now Johan Cruyff versus Casillas. Come on, Iker. Come on, Iker! It was Puskás. 2-0. So now Vitinha. Zinedine Zidane. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Iker Casillas. Let's go. You can do this. Oh, but all hope lies with Luka Modric. His blow will decide the outcome, and Luka Modric! Guys, Luka Modric scores the decisive penalty, and Real Madrid, with their best lineup ever, finally beats a very tough PSG in the finals and win the Champions League. What an awesome video, guys. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave your comments down below. And don't forget to check out my channel for new good experiments. Thank you!